fix it is Jeff Zients. But he has never faced such a wide range of difficulties. Jeff Zients is about to run a ring. Following the State of the Union early next month, President Joe Biden's next chief of staff, who is expected to take over the top position in the White House, will face a number of difficulties that might determine the path of Biden's next 2 years and possibly beyond. As the president soon selects his own political future, the tests, some foreign, some domestic, and many outside of the White House's control, will loom. While Biden rode a tide of successful legislation in the midst of a surprisingly successful midterm election for his party, Democrats are aware that a hazardous political era lies ahead. When Zients accepts the position in a freshly divided Washington, he will face a number of difficulties. Repercussions following the identification of improperly handled sensitive materials at Biden's home and old workplace, which prompted the appointment of a Department of Justice special counsel. A tiny Republican majority in the House ready to utilize the subpoena's legal authority to start a number of inquiries into the president's policies, behavior, and the lives of those closest to him. The possibility that the newly powerful hard right within the GOP will act on threats to use the debt ceiling for political gain, threatening the country's financial stability. Ongoing worries that the economy, which has so far demonstrated extraordinary resilience, might enter a slowdown or recession. Concern that the situation in Ukraine, which shows no signs of ending, will last for years and further tax American resources and allies. All of those difficulties will occur against the backdrop of Biden's anticipated declaration that he would run for re-election in the upcoming weeks, initiating an 80-year-old campaign that may put him on a collision course with Donald Trump once more. In the White House, Zients, who served as Biden's first COVID coordinator, is anticipated to mostly defer to other senior staffers when it comes to politics. Zients would probably defer to top Biden aides Anita Dunn, Jen O'Malley-Dillon, Steve Ricchetti, and others to manage that as he focuses on the West Wing's operations and procedures, despite the fact that outgoing Chief of Staff Ron Klain had his hands in the legislative outreach as well. He might not be an authority on each of the 10 or 15 issues that find their way into the Oval Office. But I can assure you that from what I've seen, Jeff is the best person to do that, according to Anthony Fauci, a close collaborator of Zients who served as Biden's former top medical advisor. He is aware of who to contact, whom to trust, and who to work with to see that something is completed. Responding to GOP inquiries about the classified materials and other issues will be Zients' first assignment. The razor-thin Republican majority has hinted at a wide range of investigations, including those into the Biden administration's border and Afghanistan pullout strategies as well as Hunter, the president's son, and his business transactions. The White House has indicated a low-key confidence in the next tests, buoyed by the knowledge that they have faced similar situations in the past, according to aides. In a series of social media articles published last week to mark the president's second anniversary in office, the West Wing considered the challenges the White House will confront in January 2021. Only 2 weeks had passed since the January 6th uprising and the pandemic was still at its height when Klain took his position as Biden's first chief of staff. Biden's advisers believe that their approach of avoiding Beltway gossip and concentrating on governing has resulted in a successful legislative record, praise for Biden's leadership in protecting Ukraine, and a surprisingly strong midterm election performance for Democrats. Aides believe that the administration had significant momentum going into 2023 and that the controversy over the documents won't disrupt that. Still, the mission that Zients must do won't be simple or routine. The previous 2 times a president has hired him to do a job, it was to address significant issues. First, Barack Obama hired him to fix the problematic healthcare Gov website, and then Joe Biden chose him to lead the pandemic response. Instead of saving the White House from trouble this time, Zients has been tasked with keeping it out of it. Even in the face of ongoing, possibly damaging revelations regarding secret information, aides are certain that the approach of maintaining the course will succeed again. The issue has already turned into a political issue, if not a legal one, as a result of the constant drip of information that led to the appointment of a special counsel. The issues that will soon be Zients' top priorities have also sparked saber-rattling among House Republicans. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican Georgia, and other Republicans, including Speaker Kevin McCarthy, have asked that the United States stop or reduce funding to Ukraine despite Kyiv's repeated warnings about a big Russian offensive in order to garner enough votes to secure the gavel. Furthermore, if the administration does not implement significant spending cutbacks, those same extreme factions in the GOP have urged against voting to raise the debt ceiling. The debt ceiling will likely be hit in June, and economists have warned that even a near calamity would be devastating for the country's economy. The 2 years of Democratic rule in Washington left Biden with a legislative record that has drawn similarities to those of Lyndon Johnson and Franklin Roosevelt, even though the House GOP appears certain to be a pain in Zients' side. The implementation of Biden's achievements, such as the infrastructure bill, the health care reforms, and the climate change provisions that were included in 2022's reconciliation package, according to White House aides, will define the year ahead for many voters rather than Republican investigations. Despite voter disapproval of Biden's handling of the documents, polls indicate that his general favorability hasn't altered much. According to Andrew Bates, spokesperson for the White House, President Biden is on the side of working families and fighting against House Republicans' historic middle-class tax increase, inflation worsening tax giveaways for the wealthiest, and legislation to boost gas prices. All of the difficulties in Zients' new inbox will be overshadowed by Biden's revelation regarding 2024. Most in the White House anticipate Biden will announce his candidacy soon, possibly as early as next month, giving Zients the challenge of managing the White House while managing a massive re-election campaign, despite the fact that some close to the president claim he has not fully made up his mind to run again. The hard part has arrived, according to Chris Whipple, author of the book The Gatekeepers on White House Chiefs of Staff. Klain faced an extraordinarily intimidating menu of issues throughout the first 2 years, he added. Zients needs to control the current classified materials controversy while also ensuring that the president is prepared for the upcoming marathon.